From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point, sponsored by Ashley Regional Medical Center. The American Cancer Society Relay for Life is a life-changing event that gives everyone in communities across the globe a chance to celebrate the lives of people who have battled cancer, remember loved ones lost, and fight back against the disease. Joining me in the VTV studio today is Ross and Heidi Morton, committee co-chairs of the Uintah Basin's Relay for Life event. Welcome, Ross and Heidi.
Yeah, thanks for
Good to have you back.
Yeah.
This is year 2?
It is.
And then you pass the torch to somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a lot of planning that goes into an event like this, isn't there?
There is, yeah. We get started clear back in October, putting the committee together and getting things planned out and clear through till June. So yeah, it's a big process.
And when you say the committee, what are we talking about? Is it the two of you, or how many people are?
No,
About 20 of us.
Yeah, there's a little over 20 people on the committee. We have people over the teams and over the marketing and over the fundraising and all kinds of stuff. So.
Every aspect, and you meet regularly or just as needed?
Yeah, once a month, and then as it gets closer to the relay, we meet
more frequently.
Often. Yeah,
now you've been busy, huh?
Yep,
Yeah,
this is
we're
crunch
busy.
time.
All right, and you're about to, you do this for 2 years, is that regular? The chair or co-chairs in this case, it's a 2-year
Yeah,
stint?
usually you train for a year and then you chair it for 2 years, and the second year you train somebody else. So yeah.
So on the committee is will there be a chair next year or a co-chair again?
He's just a chair. Yeah, he'll be doing it by himself. So.
Okay, all right. And you'll still be on the committee then? Are you?
If he asks us to.
If he asks you to, okay. Well, put a little pressure on here on the team. Yeah, okay. Well, I keep referring to it and the event. I've had the opportunity of interviewing you both before here on the program, but for our viewers who aren't familiar with Relay for Life, Heidi, what is this thing?
It's an event that's through the American Cancer Society, and we do it in local communities all over, well, it is global now. And we walk all night and get donations from various teams and individuals.
And it becomes a something that everyone can see visibly, a time to focus on this effort.
Yeah, really, the Relay for Life, like I said, starts clear back in October, and the teams start getting put together in February and start fundraising and earning money. And so the Relay for Life has actually been going on for several months now.
Right.
This event at the end where we go down to the track and have the games and walk the track and stuff.
It's a culmination
of
this year's relay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a fun event though.
All right. Now, Ross, tell me how did you two come to be involved in Relay for Life?
Well, several years ago, Heidi and I volunteered to serve survivor dinner and things like that, just volunteering in little ways, and kind of got involved like that. Then a few years ago, my mom got diagnosed with colon cancer, and when she came and told us that she had this colon cancer, I don't know, you feel kind of helpless when you get that kind of news. So our way of fighting back was to get more involved in relay, and so that year we put together a team. I was the team captain, and our family raised money and participated in the event. And then the next year they called me and said, how would you like to be the chair? And so I said yes. So that's kind of how we got involved, and it's been
good for both of you for doing that.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity of interviewing your mother on this very program.
Yeah.
And what a sweet lady, and it's a neat thing that you're doing in her memory and for all those others who are dealing with it in one way or another.
Yeah, this event, it's different than the rodeo or the crash up derby or whatever. For anybody who's ever been to the event, it's a lot of fun, but it's kind of a spiritual event. You know, it's more of a reverent atmosphere, and although we have the games and the concerts and that kind of stuff, there's just a feeling of hope and
what more can you ask for,
so.
Right? Yeah, well, I want to talk a little bit more about the event itself and how people can get involved. They can certainly, is there time still to be part of a team?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and the Army theme this year, we'll talk a little bit about that too, and how people can get involved otherwise, right? But before we do that, just quickly, when is this culminating event?
June 4th and 5th. We start about 5 o'clock on the 4th, Friday, and then goes all night long, and about 11 o'clock on Saturday we have our closing ceremony. So.
All right. Well, stay tuned, because after the break you'll hear how you can get more involved with the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. We'll return after this word from Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Ashley Regional Medical Center is committed to bringing you the latest advances in technology right here in the Basin. The radiology department at Ashley Regional, along with radiologist Dr. David Perry, now offers laser vein therapy. This new therapy can reduce unsightly varicose veins, help with leg pain, and even reduce restless leg syndrome, and requires a minimum amount of your time. Stop hiding your legs and call Ashley Regional today at 621-6465 for more information.
Ashley Regional Medical Center.
Welcome back. We're talking with Ross and Heidi Morton, the committee co-chairs for the Uintah Basin Relay for Life event. And Heidi, remind me again the dates of the actual event.
June 4th and 5th. The 4th is the night when we have all of our programs and everything.
Does this begin in the evening then?
Yes.
It starts on the 4th in the evening.
About 5:30, we have our survivor dinner, where we provide a dinner for a survivor and their guests. So if you're a cancer survivor, register and come down. It will be great. Golden Corral's serving it this year.
And they serve it right there at the Uintah High School track?
Yep, right in the middle of the football field.
Wow.
And it is free to the survivor and their guests. So
yeah, there's no cost.
Wow. How nice. So it starts at 5:30 with the dinner, and then what happens?
And then we have speakers and some other stuff that are part of a ceremony. We do luminaries. Ross can talk about that in a minute.
All right, and you have a featured speaker this year also?
Yes, Bob Vandegrift is our speaker this year. One of them, anyway. He's an author from Salt Lake City, and he is a cancer survivor himself, and he's just an incredible man. He was actually one of Ross's mom's mentors when she was going through it.
Right.
So he will be excellent.
And then what happens after that?
After that, we'll be having some fireworks, and we have a midnight pizza party, midnight movie.
Food is a big part of this thing then, right? There's a lot of food. That always draws people out, doesn't it? Like that. But there is this luminary ceremony we've talked a little bit about. Would you just explain what that is?
Yeah, well, the ceremony itself is it's a part of the relay where we kind of quiet things down, and we focus on cancer and the hope that we can find a cure and that kind of stuff, and to honor the people who have fought cancer. And then the luminaries, they're the little white bags. People decorate them and in memory of or in honor of someone who's had cancer, and we line the whole track with those. And then as it gets dark, right after the luminary ceremony, we light all those, and they stay lit all night, and just really neat.
That must be quite a sight.
It is, yeah. It's really
see
nice.
All of those bags. And in terms of, I always like asking this question, but in terms of the Relay for Life, which is global now, how do we fare? I mean, are we right in there with the rest of the world?
Yeah, as far as our fundraising goes, we were the #1 per capita relay in the Great West Division, again, for I think it's the 5th year in a row or something like that. So we have an incredible relay here. The community really gets involved. We have a lot of good sponsors and good teams out there fundraising.
So we must have people in the rest of the Great Western Division that are saying, what are they doing out there in Vernal, Utah?
Yeah, it's all, we go to a training in November every year, our committee does, and it's always kind of fun to get up there every year and take that award.
They recognize, there's an actual award.
Yeah, they give us a banner and stuff.
How fun.
So it's fun.
How fun. So this is, it seems to me, while this is a great volunteer opportunity, that there are rewards all along the way.
Yeah, well, cancer touches everybody. You know, they say that 50% of all males will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in their life, and
50%?
And a third of all women. So there's not a person really in the world who won't, in one way or another, be affected by cancer. And I think that's why this event's so big, is because everybody has an interest in it. So.
Now, if one way to be involved is to be in a team. As we can see, you're wearing Relay Army T-shirts today. We're just always so much to talk about in so little time. Just quickly, in a couple of seconds, what does this mean, the Army and to be a team?
That's our theme this year, is Relay Army, and we have the National Guard is going to help us out this year. They're going to set up their tents, and they're going to do our flag ceremony and really get involved.
You've got an overall theme for the actual event. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Right? So teams are gathering money, and then they do the walk. And what if you just want to support in another way? What else could you do, Heidi? If
you want to support, just come and walk and purchase a luminary or come down and give us some service hours. That would be fantastic.
How will they do that?
If they just come down, we're
They can
there.
come down to the event, but if they need
Oh,
to
yeah.
get a hold of you or register, as
Oh,
you
yeah.
mentioned before, what do they do?
To register a team, that they can go to uintahrelay.com and register a team there, and it's really simple. And that's a good way to get started. If you don't want to do a team, but you want to be involved and just give some service hours, maybe serve Survivor dinner or help us set up or whatever, they can give me a call. And
Well, no
we'd be
doubt,
glad to
no
find
doubt
them.
you're going to win that award again. It's nice to have a good tradition like that, so keep it up, and thank you for your volunteer time.
Thanks for having us.
Well, it's always good to have you. And thank you for watching Local Point on VTV. Remember, you can catch this show and other VTV programming on demand by visiting www.strata.tv. We'll see you next time.